Hi guys, and welcome back to another War Thunder plane review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the H6K4, as my daughter likes to call it, the Angry Turtle. And pretty much, this plane was very inspired by the Dornier Duo 24 and the PBY Catalina. Its current armaments, as in the game, is one 7.7, one Type 92 machine gun, and two Type 92 machine gun based waist belly gunners. That guy is here. One 20mm Type 99 cannon in the tail, and of course two 800 kilogram. Well, see, this is the thing. The plane could take 1,000 kilogram bombs, but they don't want to do that because it'd be too easy to kill bases at this tier. So they bumped them down to 800 kilogram bombs and 800 kilogram torpedoes. Now, rate of climb on this plane is roughly about 370 meters per minute, or 1,213 feet per minute. Wing load is 20 foot-pounds, which means this plane really does not like to turn very sharply. Of course, its maximum speed is 211 miles per hour, and it does do that in the game. Its average cruising speed is 138 miles per hour, and its range is 4,112 miles on a full tank. Of course, you don't want to go with a full tank because it's a lot easier to have your wings set on fire. This plane's design is majority wood with aluminum replacement panels, but it's majority wood with canvas slacking. Now, what can we say about this plane? It was originally designed in 1938, and full-scale production didn't actually start rolling out to 1942. And, well, there's actually up to the K5 variant, which is Model 23. That was fitted with 1,300 horsepower engines and quite literally was incredibly fast. It also had ball-mounted turrets in its lower tail section, as you can see here. But this vehicle is the K4 variant, which, well, it was majority. They were converted transport planes, believe it or not, for cargo and passengers. That the Japanese Air Force literally just stripped, put guns in it, and realized, hey, wait, it can carry bombs. And so that's what it does. It is, of course, a biplane, a monoplane, water patrol boat, which means this plane is designed to fly low, not high. So what most people do when they're in their H6K4 is they will usually try to just climb high, and out-climb fighters. What I do with mine is I fly her low. I fly her low so that they're forced to come across against all of her guns. She's got two guns that aim up, technically three guns that aim either side, and from behind she's got three guns from behind. So either way, you're good as long as you do not fly high because you have no belly guns. And I used to love hunting these things, of course, in my Ki-43 Mark II and now my Ki-44I. So, without further ado, let's see how she handles in an arcade game. Edit. And we're back, guys, with air domination over Malta. So we do have some water targets and we do have some ground targets. This should be fun. But unfortunately, it is a domination match, which means we're gonna have to sadly go against what I like to do, which is to fly high, and we're gonna have to fly high because unfortunately there really isn't any ground targets for me to hit. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to climb high. The enemy have two Hurricane Mark 1Ls. I'm going to have to be careful of those. Now we're starting to reach her stall speed of 80 miles an hour. She's leveling out. She's still climbing. and we are still gaining speed. I'm going to drop my bombs again real quick. Again, just to help her climb. The enemy really don't have that many bombers. They do have a P400 and a couple of Spitfire Mark 1As, but it's those Hurricane Mark 1Ls you've got to really be worried about. Let's just be glad they're not Mark 4s with the dual 40mm cannons. As you can see, we're comfortably climbing up to 14,000 feet now. Gonna drop. Again, there's no ground targets for me to hit, so I might as well just drop my bombs to help me climb faster. We are now officially in the cap area. Now, this is what most normal bombers will do. In this situation, they'll climb high and hopefully stay high enough that the fighters can't catch them. And that's great in theory, however, that's not what we do. And of course, there is a Junker 87 dead ahead. Again, my crew is elated, so my reload speed is a little under 30 seconds for my bombs. That Junker looks like he's actually trying to climb up to me, probably to try and force me down. No, he's now diving down. There is a P40. I-16 is chasing off of Blenheim. We're now comfortably at 16,000 feet and climbing. Again, guys, this is what most bombers with belly guns would do. Got a friendly Spitfire underneath. Hello. Looks like he's trying to fighter escort me. Doesn't matter, because there's nothing to escort me around with. So I'm going to be mindful of him. Going to turn around. Going to drop my bombs. I guess we're just going to stay up high. So I'm going to end this recording here, and I'll see you in the next replay, in the next battle, guys. And we're back, guys. This time it's a ground strike on a Mediterranean island, and this is perfect for the strategy I want to try. And again, guys, it's just a strategy that I like to do while I'm flying the H6K4, aka the Angry Turtle. Of course, my ammunition is loaded up with armor-piercing tracer shells, and we do have a fellow H6K4 with us, and a Catalina. And look, they're both going high. Well, this should be fun. Let's see whose strategy plays off, shall we? We have the PBY-5 coming low with me. Of course, we are currently exceeding the top speed currently of the plane, 281 miles per hour. And of course, if this was a realistic, I would have just snapped my wings clean off. But luckily for us, this is not realistic. We have a Blenheim coming in. Got a Typhoon Mark 1A coming in. Again, as I was telling you, look at all the cannons. Again, one of the downsides to this plane is fires. She does not like to go out, as you just saw the plane burnt away. And that kind of ended our game early there, guys. But as you can see, that is one of the downfalls to the H6K4, is that she doesn't matter if there's no incendiary ammo in that lineup, she will just catch fire even if someone looks at you wrong. And so, as you can see, we did take out a Typhoon, and we did take out a few ground targets, so we kind of did our job there. And so, how do I feel about this plane? Well, personally, I feel that the plane, they need to reevaluate the fire damage that constantly happens. Even in British planes, I know that there are a lot of American and British planes, and even German planes, that did use self-sealing gas tanks. But it's like all of a sudden, no, self-sealing gas tanks just don't fucking work, pardon my French. And so they desperately need to take a look at that. And so, guys, I will see you in the conclusion part of this video. And so the conclusion. Well, the H6K4 is a fun bomber. Not gonna lie, guys, it can be fun. It can also be incredibly frustrating. For its tier, it's actually pretty good. The fact that it actually does get to carry two 800 kilogram bombs, which is roughly about 1,400 pounds. Two of those, and it does drop them in tandem, so bear in mind, so that's two swing bys. You're going to have to swing by twice to effectively kill a base. It's a fun plane. What can I say? Fun but annoying. I tend to fly this in my 2.3 lineup, which consists of both Ki-61 Is, the Otsu high-end, and the Ko high-end. The Ki-45 Ko Toiru, Ki-43 Mark II Hayabusa, and the Ki-44I light fighter. They're all 2.3s, so she fits in just nicely in this lineup. As you saw, the Typhoon did wreck us, and we did wreck it in return. So you got to bear in mind, guys, this plane is pretty much a flying gas tank. Like most Japanese planes, don't take a hit, which is kind of hard to say in a bomber that is quite literally a flying turtle. It doesn't turn for crap. It doesn't pull for crap, doesn't dive for crap. It's just a blur bomber. But it is one that you'll probably want in your lineup over the Ki-21. Now, the Ki-21 is much more agile, and I do have a plane review coming up for that bomber. So look forward to seeing that, guys. And as always, keep your shows flying, keep your enemies dying, your Cobra Commander is out, and I'll see you in the next one, my friends.
Wandering around. Of course, biggest weakness is the upper chassis, with it only being 16mm. So you got to be careful of artillery. Even light artillery will wreck you. You have to be careful of HE as well, because HE will wreck you. This isn't spaced armor, unfortunately. So don't give your opponents your sides if you can't, if you can't help it. Same as the turret. Turret's not really that strong, but it does have some sort of angling to it, 25-degree angling. So unless you're going down the hill with